The Supreme Court has termed the denial of liberty to a person for over 2 decades without credible and legally admissible evidence as a grave miscarriage of justice. A two-judge bench of the Apex Court said that such a case reflected a collective failure of the criminal justice system, and the court's remarks came while highlighting the serious consequences of prolonged incarceration based on inadequate evidence. Let me go across to my colleague Sambhav Sharma, who's also live with us on this. Sambhav, these are some very serious observations by the top court. Miscarriage of justice, looking at a person languishing in jail for over 2 decades for a crime he did not commit.
Absolutely, and as my colleague Yash was pointing out, I just want to add few things to it. Point number 18 of this judgment copy. 3 lives were snuffed out is what the two-judge bench of the Supreme Court is saying, that 3 lives were directly hit by this. And what is the order, this judgment saying? The trial court fails to evaluate the evidence properly and the High Court remains a mute spectator, is what the judgment is talking about. So yes, very important serious remarks made by the Supreme Court, and also cumulatively resulting in 22 years being erased out of a person's life without any reliable evidence. So yes, obviously a very important remark, not just important for this case, but also important for the criminal justice system in this country. Very important judgment of the Supreme Court, and I just want to add on a few more things to it, as in the top court two-judge bench has also added, while giving relief to this person who was behind bars for 22 years, he reached High Court once he this was a alleged crime committed in 2004. In 2014 or around 2014, he reached High Court, and when he fails to get any relief from the High Court, now the Supreme Court finally. And what the top court has said in its judgment copy: when the 3 pillars of democracy consistently endeavor to bring legal aid at the doorstep of every citizen, then if such things are happening, and obviously it's a question mark on the legal justice system. And also very important remarks. This is the 11-page judgment copy signed by Justice J.B. Pardiwala and Justice K. Vinod Chandran. We have this judgment copy, and here the and finally point number 19, where Supreme Court is saying that we deem it appropriate to direct the District Legal Services Authority of the state of Odisha, the Koraput district, state of Odisha, to attempt rehabilitation or resettlement of the appellant, for which the district administration headed by the district collector shall assist. Now, yes, it's a reconciliatory move by the top court. Now the local district authorities will have to make sure that this particular person, his rehabilitation and resettlement should be done in a proper way, because 12 years, I beg your pardon, 22 years behind bars,
right,
for a crime which he allegedly has not committed. So yes, this is something, when the top court has said these, made these remarks in its judgment, it becomes very much clear that how much more is to be done towards the legal, criminal justice system in our country.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sambhav, for all those details from the Supreme Court's order. With that, viewers, we're slipping into a very short commercial.